Hey everybody, this is Jeff. We are live. It is 1838 on April 28th, 2020. I hope everybody's having a great day today. All right, before we get into the motivational stuff, there is a new scam out right now. All right, and what they do is they call your phone, and it's a robocall, and they have you call back the number. And it's going to be Bank of America's actual number. The thing about it is Bank of America is messing up right now because what they're doing with this coronavirus, just like a lot of other banks, is you can get into your accounts with your account number, your social security number. All right? And they have opened up a new wave of crime because what these scammers are doing is they're going to call you with a robocall, and it's going to say they're spoofed Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Chase Bank. They've got all these numbers, what we refer to as spoofed, okay? So pay attention to this because this one is going to directly involve anybody that has any type of banking. And, you know, if they don't want to report this stuff and they're trying to keep it hidden, well, then the banks need to be sued. Because what happens is with this coronavirus, the bank said, oh, you can get into all your accounts when you call up the number and you say your social security number over the phone, or you type it in with the keypad. The only problem with this is it opened up a whole new wave of scams going on right now that people are unaware of, and I figured it out for the first time today. What it is they call you up with a robocall and they tell you to call the number back. And when you call that number back, it'll be a bank. Now, whether it's your bank or not, a lot of people don't care. The first thing that bank does is they ask for your social security number. While you're calling that bank, they call you then back after a certain time. And a person's on the phone saying, yes, give me your account number, your social security number. Then they'll say something like, well, we can't, for some reason it's not pulling up. Can you please give us your social security number? By doing that, they got you. You just gave the fraudsters your social security number, okay? Banks will keep you on hold for long periods of time, so will the fraudsters. They're doing everything to make it appear like they're your bank. Do not fall for this scam, okay? What it is companies out of Pakistan and companies out of India that are making these calls. So they're using a robocall to call you with a spoof number, which means those are actually Bank of America numbers, USAA, Chase Bank, Wells Fargo. They have all the banks on speed dial. You call in. Now, the thing about it is you're either calling, if you pushed redial to their line, now you're calling back into them, and you're directly giving them your account numbers and your social security numbers, okay? It took me 20 minutes to get through to somebody from Bank of America to ask them why they're asking for social security numbers when you first call by asking about it. And they say, oh, it's a convenience to our customers. Are you a customer of ours? I'm like, no, I am not a customer of Bank of America, but I am getting scams from Bank of America trying to get me to call and say my social security number and my account numbers. And they're like, well, that's not right. I'm like, well, all these banks they're physically telling you their social security numbers and your bank account numbers, and then what's going on is those people then turn around and they wipe you out. They're going to use your social security number and your bank account numbers for all these credits and all these passwords and everything else. They're going to change you. They're going to lock you out of your accounts. It's a scam, people. Do not fall for it. And the reason why is because everybody thinks they're doing you a favor by now by offering you convenience of using your social security number to get into all your bank accounts. They're not. It's creating a very big problem. And what's going to go on is you're not going to hear about this problem for another 2 months. Why? Because they don't want to say there's a problem right now. But you have to be vigilant. If anybody calls and it's not an actual person, 2 ways. Actually, there's a couple ways to protect yourself. 1, if you get a robocall, just hang up. Don't even call your bank. Don't call anybody else. If they want you, they will call you with a live person, okay? When the country opens up, great. If not, do not give them any information. Don't give them your bank account number. Do not give anything to any type of robocall, okay? Do not call up these numbers, and the second they ask you for your bank account numbers, you got to understand, you're being transferred to the scammers and the hackers. They're aware of it, but because it's a better convenience, well, we want our customers to have it. They're aware of this, okay? The banks are aware of this. Don't give out your social security number or your account numbers to any type of robocall. Or when you call into your bank and the first thing they want is for you to type in or say your account number or your social security number, don't do it. Okay? Wait for a live person to come on, then give them your first, last name, your mother's maiden name, stuff like that, and let them get the information for you. The reason why is right now it's becoming a really big problem. And yeah, sure, but guess what they're going to use your social security number and bank account numbers for? They're going to collect the money the government's giving right now to help you out with food and groceries and stuff like that. Since the system's closed down right now, they're going to get your money. And when you call in to complain, you're going to be ignored. The reason why you're going to be ignored is because they think you're just trying to get extra money because it already shows you getting that money. Okay? Right now, you have to understand that it's a very, very big scam going on. It's a very big problem with everything. Okay? And I'm trying to see if this place is open right now. So if not, I'm just going to head on home. I was just talking to everybody. Anyway, we're going to keep going. So basically, my whole thing to each and every one of you is if you get these calls, they're called spoofing. I call numbers back. The problem is almost everybody in Adams County, their numbers are all on these spoof lists. Because what they did was they went through the phone books, they went through the directories, and they took all the 217 numbers, and they're calling people up with other people's numbers. It's definitely not legal by any way, shape, or form. But guess what? They don't have to follow the laws because they're not in the United States. So they're scamming you. So be very, very vigilant of these scammers that are taking advantage of our system, and they're taking advantage of people right now with not being able to go into a bank or whatnot. I say again, do not give your account number. I mean, really, go all the way into your bank. If you need to call your bank for some reason, go all the way till you get to a live person. Tell them you forgot your numbers. I don't care. Don't give them out. The reason why is the second you give them out, you're not going to get them back. And that means they are taking, let's put it this way, I expect identity theft to be worse now than ever before. In the coming months, it's going to get, I'm just saying before, a lot of people have already been hacked and breached. All it's going to happen is it's going to happen again. The only difference is this time you're not going to get any of that money back. The banks have already protected themselves so they don't have to give you any of the money back. And the government's protected themselves so they don't have to give any of the money back. So once you're scammed, they've got you. So be very, very vigilant. Be very, very careful, okay? If you need an identity theft company to help you out, to give you more information, to protect you, to give you warnings, alerts, to let you know if something's going on, you can get a hold of me, idguy.org, or you can just call me up, 217-316-0219. Okay, there's ways of protecting yourself, but I promise you at some point in time, everybody's going to get these calls. And the thing about it is, the majority of the people that are going to be fooled are people that are unaware, or they think it can never happen to them, and they trust their bank 100%. Well, it's not the bank you shouldn't trust, it's the call coming to you. It's the calls from the 217s, it's the calls coming from the 1-800s. Okay, it's all these different calls that are coming from everywhere. I'm even getting text messages from people telling me they're out of Montana and stuff, and I know it's a scam, okay? I'm just giving you a heads up that you need to be very vigilant and very much aware. It means being aware. If you don't know the word vigilant, it means be aware of what's going on, you know? Understand that if you get somebody and they want your social security number and your account numbers, and they want you to say it or clock it in, don't do it. I do know a couple securities that so far I don't know if it's good or bad right now. And it's something, my banking system, not only do you have to have your eyesight, like you can do fingerprints, eyesight, they also have a 4-digit PIN, and then there's like 3 forms of security to get through, okay? And what you need to do is you need to be very vigilant about that. Okay, the reason why is because, like I said, it's easy to change a 4-digit PIN, but you're never going to be able to get back your social security number once the frauds steal it from you, okay? So I just want you to be aware of that. I want you to be aware of what's going on, how it's going on, and, you know, if you have to take a proactive approach, you know, don't give out your information. As simple as that. If you have to say or type in your social security number or your password, or your account number, say you forgot your account number, get all the way to a live person. Now, the second form, and you know what? You can call me xenophobe, whatever you want to call me. I don't care. If it's a foreign accent, don't trust it. And when I say foreign, I'm talking about if it sounds like somebody that speaks very little English and all it is from Pakistan or India, and you hear a really hard dialect, don't give them any of your information. And I'm not saying that because I know there's people in the United States that do that kind of stuff that have very heavy accents, but unfortunately, these scam centers are, I mean, they're actually centers. They actually hire thousands of people in these telephone services to scam people in the United States. And they're out of India and they're out of Pakistan, okay? And you know, they're making money. And they've even told me, they know what they're doing is illegal in the United States, but that's the only way they're making money. So they're aware what they're doing is illegal. They're aware. But because they're not in the United States, they're not held accountable to our laws and our systems. And let's face it, you know, you pay off the government in some of these countries and they don't care what you do. So in other words, if it's a very strong Indian accent out of India or Pakistan, ask for somebody else, ask them where they're calling from, ask them, you know what I'm saying, play stupid with them. And when I say play stupid, I mean get them to freaking hang up, ask them why they're calling you, okay? Tell them to give you information that only the bank would see in front of them, if they cannot. And this goes for the same as these insurance scams, car warranty scams that are going on. If they can't tell you the make and model of your car, yet they have your warranty in front of them, oh, we can't give that. Really? I didn't know that it was illegal to give the make and model of a car. I can give a make and model of 20 cars right now. Because guess what? On your system, it'll have all of your information. Okay? So, like I said, be very, very vigilant of what's going on. Be very careful. Be very cautious. And like I said, those are the numbers that are starting to come through now, and you'll never know the difference. And the banks, they open themselves up to this because they're trying to help as many people as they can with all this coronavirus, okay? But the thing about it is, they're causing more scams to go on right now because of it, and people are taking advantage. The hackers, the scammers, the thieves, the robbers, they're taking advantage of it, okay? So be vigilant. Pass this information on to anybody you know. If anybody does need to get something, I'm going to type in my my phone number if anybody needs help. 60219. All right. That's my phone number. I just put my number on there. If you guys want to know more, you can also go to idguy.org. Okay? Or just call me up and ask me, okay? I do things over the phone. You guys know who I am. You know what my voice sounds like. And like I said,